See where it's going live to. Uh-oh. Hang on.
What you see is what you get. Always looking, finding nothing back to where it started, baby. Fresh, that's what it is. Fresh, baby, back to where it started. Always looking, finding nothing. What you see is what you get. We'll figure it out. This is where it ends, also where it ends. Looking outward for what's really deep within. How far you love is how far you win. And your heart still beating, get back at it again. Your eyes say more than your lips can grin. Take a breath, try explaining it. What you think shows in what you do. It's not you, but that within you. What you see is what you get. Always looking, finding nothing back to where it started, baby. Fresh. Everything changes and we take it as it comes. See our lives go in cycles, but behind the veil it's so clear. But you can just let you do when we reach so far. I don't know, but we never know the fullness of it all. If you're looking for love, peace. If you're looking for peace, hold on to your vision. Yeah, love, peace. If you're looking for peace, hold on to your vision. It's all about you. If you're looking for peace, be it. Hold on. Oh, it's all about who you are.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Poetry, where creativity speaks, the podcast. And your host, and I created Poetry, the podcast, as a platform for local artists and creatives to come and share their story and talk about their work and to provide advice to others who are trying to do the same thing. And you were just listening to and seeing the video by Tamara Wellens, and she happens to be the wife of my illustrious co-host, Mr. Kennard Cherry. Kennard?
Oh, that would be me. So I'm the co-host of the Poetry Podcast. As Candy would say, we're partners in crime as it relates to bringing shine to the DMV artistry. And so I'm glad to be here. I'm glad get really excited to talk to Jamil about some things that she's been up to. And so, yeah, so now I'm going to kick it over to Rashida.
Hi, Rashida. I am the owner of Back to Faith Now. I am a co-host on I'm poetry for when I have a couple of spontaneous co-host parts, and I'm also a soon-to-be author, and I'm a speaker and a consultant. I'm kicking it over to Ali Raba.
Sorry about that. Hey everyone, I'm Alilaba. I am a lover of design, creativity, and poetry. And I'm going to share a poem with you today. It is called Wisdom from an Orange. Peel me, my firm, rough, smooth skin. Firm, rough, smooth, three in one. But don't judge me. Don't judge me by the deep brightness of my skin or the paleness of my color. Don't judge me by the spots on my surface or the roundness of my character or by the dullness or brilliance I may give off. Peel me, peel my skin away and touch the surface of my flesh. Glide your fingers over the creases in my soul and gently caress and pull me apart and see the depths within. And don't judge me. Don't judge me until you've brought me to your lips and filled me with your flesh and tasted. Don't judge me. Peel me, my firm, rough, smooth skin. Three in one.
Love it. That's one of my favorite poems of yours.
Thank you.
And it can also, they're different, it has different, pun intended, layers to it, right?
Sure does, was unintended.
Oh, yeah. But I love
Yeah,
that part about bring me to your lips, but don't judge me.
yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else have thoughts on that poem? Kennard?
Well, I had the same thing that you said. It can go a few ways. If you jump in on the wrong part and not from the beginning, you're like, okay, what's going on here? But at the same, that was very there's a lot of different angles. And again just looking at something as simple as an orange, and then bringing all of
Yeah.
that from that, like again, that's Ken. You said that's one of your favorite poems. So where did like what? Obviously, an orange inspired it, but how did you come up with like just that? Was it something you just looked at and you was like, I want to write something about it, or how did that come about?
Yeah, I was just sitting on the bus on my way home. My friend she's an artist. She loves to paint. She had drawn a picture of painted a picture of an orange. She sent it to me and I was like, huh, let me put some words to this picture. And sitting there on the bus on my phone, these words just started pouring out. And next thing I knew, I had wisdom from an orange.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, folks, today we have another special guest with us. Her name is Miss Jamil F. Figaro, aka Jimmy Jules. And we're very excited to speak with her about her modeling career. Welcome, Miss Jamil.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome,
Excited to
everyone.
have you. Awesome.
Hey.
Can you
So,
hear me? I'm sorry. Can you
yeah,
hear me?
yes, we can
Okay.
hear you. Yes, awesome.
With the little technical issues on my end.
And yeah, it's been that kind of day. I am very curious. Now, your social media handle is Afisha Arise. And tell us what's the background behind that. It's so unique. It's so
Thank
different.
you. Thank you. Well, most of it stems from, my walk with God. If you also see on my headline, I'm a walking by faith model. Everything that I do is orchestrated through God. And, I believe that he has aligned me, with modeling. So I'm able to like exude joy I would say, and being able to just step out on faith. And that's kind of like how that name arise. And plus, Afisha is my middle name. So
Oh,
Afisha Arise. Yeah.
wow. So what were you named after someone with the middle name, or does it have a meaning or anything?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Oh, okay.
Coming from the Caribbean household, I was told that it was inspired by my mom's, one of my mom's good friend. She was very into like the cultures and into like, meanings of different names. So I believe Afisha, from what I understand, it means beautiful.
Mm.
And it also means, from what I understand, I believe it means like, I am to be like a warrior from what I took away from what my mom said. But my dad says something entirely different. So I'm still trying to like understand the full story.
Oh, I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But there's meaning behind it. So yeah.
Yeah. And I think it fits you both ways, right?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Um, I'm curious to know how you got started in this industry.
Oh my goodness. I always just give glory to God. God was really the one that I would say that brought modeling to me. I never really thought that I would ever be a model, to be honest.
Mhm.
I remembered when I relocated from New York to Baltimore, I always wanted to just kind of like express myself creatively. I wanted to use my creativity to do something, but I never knew what that was, what my niche was. So I was able to be introduced to an African dance company, Nazu and Co., where I was able to discover the creative side of me. And I was able to meet a lot of great, just a lot of great people. And one of the people that I met from the group, she was a hairstylist. Well, she is still a hairstylist and lock technician. And she approached me in class, like after we had rehearsal, she approached me. She said, "Hey, I'm looking to promote my work and I would love for you to be the face of my brand. I would love for you to be a hair model." And I was like, "Me?" I didn't have no experience. I didn't really know anything about modeling, but she was just like, "Yeah, I think you'll be a great fit. I love your personality. You're pretty, you have a very bubbly personality and you have a very infectious smile. And I think that you would be great. And I love your hair." I used to have longer hair back then. So yeah, I got connected to her and that's kind of like where my modeling career started from there.
That's so cool. So I saw that it's curvy model management. Is that
Smooches Models. Yeah. So Smooches Models is basically a movement where they promote curvy women in all lights, in terms of like being, business women, CEOs, and also curvy women with modeling and just different aspect of that industry. So I am a Smooches model, and also I am a Loving My Curves. They also promote plus size, full figured, and curvy women as well. And I am a showstopper
Mhm.
with them. Yeah, I did a few of their shows for Philly Fashion Week, and I guess they loved what I brought to the table, and I was nominated to be one of their showstoppers. So that's been pretty exciting, and I just love that I'm able to promote body positivity, women empowerment, and just really allow women to know that hey, we can have curves and we can do everything else like everybody else. There should never be any question marks about like your size and and that nature. So it's just been a really great platform, being able to really be curvy and love who you are and go out there and accomplish your goals.
Absolutely. And it's from what I could tell, I mean, I haven't seen you in person, but you don't seem like you're one of the taller models. So
No, 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 I am not your standard model. No.
how tall are you, may I ask?
Oh goodness. I'm 5'6" without heels.
Oh, okay, okay. Sure.
They call me the petite model because of my height. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a short one.
Yeah, I was curious about that because there are a lot of people who would like to, be a model, but they don't think they can because they don't have the height. So that's good to know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good to know. Very cool. And I want to put this picture up. It's going to block you, but I just want to put this picture up of you where it talks about, being curvy.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
So this is Smooches, and it says a curvy confidence, and then curvy, bold, confident, and beautiful. Tell us about that part.
Yeah, that just how I got connected to Smooches has just been a life changer for me. Just being in the modeling industry, there was a lot of ups and downs for me. And in 2018, I remembered, there were a lot of people in my circle that were just like, I think you need to give modeling another shot. You need to really just, really explore it again. And I was just like, I don't really know, where I fit in yet. And I had got connected to some really great brand ambassadors, excuse me, of Smooches women. And I got connected to them through fitness. We were all like working out at the gym, and I had expressed that I was interested, and they started sharing about what Smooches was, and I was very inspired by the story. And what was great about Smooches movement, they provided like modeling workshops and boot camps and things to like really invest in, in your craft. And I took advantage of it, and it was like the best investment ever. I got to meet some amazing women. Shout out to Miss Shantae. She's the founder of Smooches Movement. Also, yeah. Also, shout out to Marla. She's the brand ambassador, and she was the one that had really just, shared about what Smooches was all about. But because of Smooches, I've been able to really like it really boosted my confidence. Like it made me realize like you can definitely do this. You can go out there and be your best and create that lane for yourself as a model. And I got the tools that I needed, and yeah, it's allowed me to do a lot of great things. So very grateful for being a part of Smooches and really promoting that, we're bold, we're beautiful, and we're curvy, and there's nothing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And you said that investing in your craft was one of the best things that you did. But I'm curious, how did you know who to trust? Because the industry can be, tricky as far as, finding out people who are legitimate, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was the first part of your question? I'm sorry. I didn't.
How did you figure out, like, you invested in your craft, and just how did you figure out, like, who to trust?
Who to trust? Yeah, great question. Great question. For me, again, I invite God into everything. I pray about everything, every opportunity that comes to me. I pray about it, and I'm always led by how I feel in terms of if I should proceed with working with someone, or if I should get involved in a particular project. But one thing I would say is definitely do your research, do your homework. Social media tells it all. So definitely I would say, go on the person's page or whatever the business is, go on their page, look at reviews. I'm that person that would reach out to people and say, hey, I see that you connected with this person. Can you tell me more? Is this person like credible? Is this person someone that, you would refer? And that's kind of how I started as I got more mature in the industry. In the beginning, yeah, I was very naive to stuff. I just kind of was just going off on a limb, just would go anywhere. And I learned the hard way. So yeah, so definitely just do your research, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. And by the way, you're a beautiful woman. I could definitely see why you're a model. I was wondering, does Smooches, for all the young ladies or women that are watching this, is Smooches just for a certain age, or are they 18 and older, or do they what are the age categories that people can model with that?
Yeah, that's a great question. From my experience, I'm gonna say maybe from like as a teen, like I think if you're 18 and over, mostly I've met women. I think I was like the youngest in the group actually. Not anymore. I think she's younger than me. She's in her 20s, but yeah, it ranges. There's women that are gracefully in their, I think, like 70s or 80s, 60s. So it's for everyone. Yeah. If you have if you have a passion for wanting to model and learn how to model and be connected to really, strong women in the industry, you can join.
And so some of the other questions I have are, what are some of the mediums you've been featured on? Because I was looking at your Instagram and I saw you doing a graffiti alley, and I loved the clothing, the atmosphere, the background. Maybe you could tell us, I guess that's a two-part question. Maybe you could tell us, like, what was the inspiration for that? How did you feel when you were doing that particular shoot? And then, what are some of the other mediums you've been featured in?
Oh, okay. Hopefully I remember everything.
Janelle, I'm going to jump in real quick. I just wanted to bring those up. It's just that it's going to block you, but just to refer back to what Rashida was saying. And then go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Back to me. Okay. So I believe was it last year's work? I think I've done a couple of different projects at Graffiti Alley. Was it was it Rebels of Clothing?
Yeah.
Rebels
Yeah.
of Kitchen.
Was
Okay.
it this one?
Yes,
That's it. It's fierce.
Snap.
I like this one too.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. Modeling brings out the creativity out of me. It brings out the extrovert because, oh my goodness. So a little bit about that project. I actually, she had the owner, who is Ray. She is, the name of her fashion line is Rebels of Detention. And I'm wearing her bomber jacket in that picture. And it was just really amazing, the whole experience. I actually was selected to be one of the models through a mutual friend of ours. She's a great makeup artist, Sydney Gabrielle. Shout out to her. She was the one that had told me about it, and I submitted my comp cards, and I came in and I had to do like an audition for them, let them know if I would fit in. And I apologize, my computer just shut down. Okay, oh well.
It's okay.
And I was selected, and it was just beautiful because I was one of the curvy models. Oh goodness, can you guys? I'm sorry. Is it too dark, or should I?
We can see you.
Oh, it's okay.
Sure. Okay. We'll just leave that right there. So, so I was able to get connected to, I was able to really be able to promote like being a curvy model, and she is Baltimore based, and she has amazing pieces, and I love all of her work. So that's basically what that was, and she was able to launch her fashion line, and she recently just relaunched in a new location. I think she did like a pop-up. We did a pop-up yesterday for her, and she's now have another location in Westminster. So that was a really great it was just a really great project. I got to meet other models in the industry, and we were able to collaborate with different photographers and videographers, and I was able to make some newer connections. So it was great.
Do you get to keep the clothing?
I wish. No. Let me.
Because that was a great bomber.
Sometimes, depending on the designer, depending on the type of project, like we may get compensated with where they'll give us the clothes, and other times, no, we have to give it back.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, there are two other ones that are like my favorites. Let me take this off. So there's the one where it looks like an Asian outfit, I'd love to know the story behind that one, because that pose looks like it was hard, even though you look fabulous and fierce, absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
It
you.
looked like that pose was like a little rough. Was it?
Oh, yes. That was
Put
again,
that one back up.
Yeah, we need to know.
everyone calls me. They're like, you're like so versatile. Like you look different in every photo. I was like, I know, I do. But yeah, shout out to the makeup artists. They're the ones that do all the magic. They definitely have that touch. But that particular picture was I think we did that it wasn't last year. I think we did that in 2019. That was also another project that was partnered with Switchers Movement, and also another great production fashion designer. Her name is Tony, and the name of her fashion line is goodness, Global Mindset. Global Mindset, I believe is her line. Yeah, all the different accessories there. And what we did was around the world curvy women. So
Can
we
you scooch over to the side just a little bit?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's my first time, guys, so I apologize.
You're fine.
My screen is all over the place, but I swear it'll be better next time.
No, it's just where the picture's positioned.
We're
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is
So
that better?
you want to go to the other side a little.
Oh, okay.
Other.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like that. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, what was I saying again? Oh, yes. Okay. So, the concept of this photo was around the world, where we were promoting different iconic women around the world. So I don't know if you guys figured it out, but I was Frida.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So I had to, I had to represent for Frida, and I believe that was for Mexico. So I had Mexico, and that was the look that was the final piece. Mm-hmm.
I had it wrong. Okay, but it's a gorgeous outfit. I love it.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, I forgot to mention, and also Keisha, she was the one that made the dress as well. So Tony they did all the accessories, as like the bag, the fan, and the bow and the hair. Mm-hmm. And Keisha did the dress. Yeah, she did the red dress as well.
Okay, yeah. And then tell me, was the pose easy? Because, like I said, I mean, what do you think?
It was definitely work. because whenever we have like a project like this, like a theme project, our homework is to, we have to research the character. We have to research, like for that particular photo, I had to look up different, pictures of Frida, just to kind of, because she never really, if you really look at all of her photos, she wasn't really one of being, she always had a very like serious look, and I had to portray that in the photos, which is why you see I'm a little bit serious in that photo. But we have to do our homework, and sometimes, we may have like a creative team on set where, they may inspire us to step out of our comfort zone and, bend a little bit, twist a little bit, and do all types of things. So
yeah, it's all for the photo, and it looks great. I mean, and just for people who aren't familiar, if you could talk a little bit about who Frida is, was, yeah.
Oh goodness. Well, with Frida, from what I've remembered, and just what I know that she was a very famous, I believe she was like a feminist, and I also believe that she was one that portrayed beautiful artwork. She was a I believe it was a painter. Am I correct, guys? I can't remember.
Yes, that's
so,
true.
yeah.
I'm gonna show my Texas side. That yeah, she married, I think Diego was her boyfriend, who was another artist, and she was a woman who was very into her body and knew it very well.
Yes.
So yeah, the brow is her trademark.
So yes, that was her story.
Cool. And then the other one that I love the outfit. I'm just looking for it real quick. This right here.
Oh my. I was blown away when I saw that photo. I was like, that's me?
You look amazing. It's freaking gorgeous. I love this one.
Oh my God, I worked so hard. Oh goodness. God knows.
Now that outfit there, is that Asian? What is that one?
So that is, from what I remembered, I believe the designer, that was for Loving My Curves. Shout out to Dr. Marquita, and everyone else. So the designer, I believe, was for Motif Design, and she's based out in Philly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think a lot of her pieces are African inspired, and I believe that's what that is. Yeah. So yeah, she when we had to go to casting and we had to do rehearsal, she was just like, you're gonna fit this outfit perfectly. And when I tried it on, she was
right.
yeah, like, yes. She's like, you're sold. I was like, oh.
So back to Rashida's question. Were you able to keep that one? No. Okay. Oh man. Well, that's cool. No,
I wish, but no.
yeah.
Keep that one.
Yeah, that one was made for you, honey.
I got a question.
Mhm.
So a question in regard to modeling. And you may have mentioned this before. How big of a role does self-confidence play? Because I've had a couple of friends that did modeling for a short stint, and they pretty much had no self-confidence until someone said, "Hey, you look like this," or "You'll be good for this," and boom! As soon as they did their first photo shoot, they were, different people, because I guess somebody else saw something in them. So how big does self-confidence play in being a model?
Oh my goodness. That's like, you got to have 100% self-confidence, because they can eat you alive. Depending on who you're working with, depending on, again, where you are in your modeling, it can be brutal, depending on the different designers that you may work with. I've had my shares of like no's. I've had shares of rejection where I questioned like my confidence level. But I just kept them pushing, and I started to believe in myself, and I, started to really, ask God, like, where do I fit into this modeling? I'm not your typical model.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know that God has planted me, in this industry, because I really do enjoy bringing joy. And I always love when people would come up to me and tell me, hey, we love how you performed. We love what you said. We love how you worked that outfit. You really inspired us. Like, I could see myself wearing this outfit. And when I would hear, feedback like that, it really puts a smile on my face. I'm just like, you know what, you have a purpose here, so that definitely helped with self-confidence. And I would just say, definitely you just have to believe within yourself, like, honestly, because not everybody's going to be your cup of tea. Like, they're not going to, not everybody's going to, be rooting for you. You have to be your own cheerleader. So, so that's what I would say when it comes to confidence. You definitely have to have confidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a question too, and I think you just touched on it a bit too. So I really like and appreciate that you give God all the glory for this career. So it's basically, from what I'm understanding, it's God that put you in this particular career. And many times I find, when it comes to faith and modeling, there's sometimes a discord. People who are like very Christian or very into God feel that, you can't be a model or you can't be an actor plus serve God as well. So it seems that you believe that modeling is your ministry, and you are basically a model who models your faith. So I would say, how do you model your faith as a believer, as a God-fearing person? And another question I have is, or would you like to go with that first, and then I ask the second question?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll break it in little
Okay.
parts.
I understand.
No, I appreciate that question, because that has definitely been an area for me where I had to really go before God, because I've had some backlash about it. I've had people express their opinions about about modeling, and and I had to say that once if I got the conviction not to, then that's when I would stop. But I said I haven't gotten that type of conviction of where you're not supposed to model. So, as I tell people, I'm like, hey, you can still go out there and you can still do, as you were saying, like, I believe that modeling is my ministry, so how I express my faith, like wherever I go, I talk about God, I always try to encourage people. I always try to express, a scripture or just speaking into someone, speaking life into someone. And I try to do everything that I do is tastefully done. I'm not out there because there's all types of modeling, so you're not going to see me exposing too much. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with being creative. I mean, God has given us those platforms to be creative, and we're also talented. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I believe. So, yeah.
Thank you. I like that. And the second question is, many people think, oh yeah, it's easy to be a model. All you have to do is just, put on some clothes, strike a pose, and that's all that modeling. There's not much to modeling, but I know that there is a lot that goes into modeling. Many people model to go through or even there's a lot of inside things that many people don't realize about modeling. May you please share some of those things with us for those who might be considering, becoming a model? Like, what does it take? Yes, you mentioned the self-confidence, but I know there's much more to that, like the financial aspects. There's many different aspects. So
Yeah.
what does somebody really need to know about if that's the career that they would like to go into?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I would definitely say that if you are new to modeling, if you're considering modeling, if you're just you're an active model, definitely things that you do need to know is first and foremost, again, like you gotta believe that believe that you are a model. Like you would just have to just plant that in your mind that hey, I can go out there. I can sell like you have to sell yourself. That's basically what I'm trying to say when it comes to believing in yourself. Um, I would also say that it's yeah. I mean, it's good to take the pictures. I mean, that's what's going to give you the self confidence and the confidence booster that you need, and it's going to kind of put you out there. But yeah, there's work that you have to apply. You definitely have to network. And when it comes to networking, that's going to require you again to sell yourself. You have to put yourself out there. You have to invest in your craft. You have to have a portfolio, which requires you to which is a financial investment. You have to reach out to people. You have to sell yourself. You have to step out of your comfort zone and make those connections, and that's work. Because sometimes, you're not going to always get that yes, but you just had to keep on pushing. And I believe that's how you would be able to, make it in the industry. And also, I would also say to get in like mentors, get in someone that's in the industry that you may look up to, that's inspirational to you, and having them really help you to to figure out how you can be successful. So it does require you to step out and to talk and to communicate with people. I mean, you can't do it by yourself. You can try, but you definitely have to connect. You definitely have to make those connections. And I would definitely say that would be another key for anyone that's looking to get into the industry. Again, confidence plays a major part. I'm trying to think of some other things. And invest in, like, you're going to have to invest in, your craft. You're going to have to invest in clothes. You're going to have to invest in, if if you're going into like runway, you're going to have to invest in the right apparel, the right shoes, so there's a lot of work. If that answers your question, I hope.
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is a lot, and I would love to know, just for the person who wants to get started, like, do you have like a step by step? This is the first thing you need to do. This is where you need to reach out. This is who you need to connect with, and also who are your role models? Like, who do you look up to?
Oh, that's a good question as well. So what I would advise, I don't really have like the blueprint, to be honest with you. I really don't. Everything, again, I always say, I always give God the glory, because he's the one that makes the connections. He'll download something, or he'll put someone in my spirit to like, hey, reach out to this one. Or he would just say, hey, like, you need to go and you need to do this casting. And I'm just like, no, I'm fearful of, and they're like, no, go do it. And that's just kind of like how those partnerships will start for me. But what I would definitely recommend for someone that's coming into it and that doesn't really know where to start, try different model coaches. There's a lot of different model coaches platforms on social media that I follow. They're a great start. They will teach you everything on how to get started, and what you would need, and they're connected to so many different designers and photographers, so they'll be able to connect you. So I would just say, get connected to a modeling agency, a model coach, and and run with that. Yeah.
Okay. Who do you look up to?
Oh, yes. I would say in the industry right now, I definitely look up to, we all know the iconic Naomi Campbell. I definitely love her work. She's fierce, and, I love that about her. Who else do I look up to in the industry right now? Ashley Graham. She is a plus size, full figured model. She's been doing it for years, and I just love her platform. I don't know if you guys know about her, Ashley.
No.
Okay. She just had a baby. She's done all types of modeling. She's really big in the plus size community, full figured community. So I really look up to her. And there's some others. Lyris, she's another curvy model. And trying to think of some other ones. I would just say there's just a lot of people in like the modeling community that I'm in right now. I'm inspired by them. They've been doing it longer than me, and I just see like the type of work that they're coming out with, and I'm inspired by that. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. And I'm curious, as you've said that you've made modeling your ministry, what is the message that you want to put out to the world with your work?
Oh, wow. That's a really great question again. Got me thinking. We're going deep, Candy.
Yeah, it's okay. We can always come back to it if you want.
No. What do I want the world to know? I just want the world to know that, you know what? You can be anything that you put your mind to. As it says in the scripture, I can't remember the actual scripture itself, but where it says that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Honestly, like, you can be whoever you want to be, and what I've realized too, not everybody's going to be cheering you on, and it's okay. Like, if you believe in yourself and you believe that God has given you this platform, in the industry, because it's such a versatile industry. You can do so much, in modeling. I would just say, go out there, be your unique self, and be bold, be confident, and don't give up, just continue going out there and have purpose with why you're taking pictures, have purpose with why you're partnering with this one, and just make a difference, have a voice. I really love the whole curvy women, body positivity, diversity that everyone is promoting right now. Like, that really, it resonates so well with me, because, I'm not that typical model, and, I'm unique, I'm wonderfully made. And, I have different, like, insecurities about certain things, but imperfections, I would say, but who cares? I'm real. I have so much to offer, so I'm not going to let that, let those areas like stop me from where God wants to take me. So, yeah.
I love that. I love that. That is so cool. I love it. But I did want to bring up this picture as well. And I wanted to know what was in your mind as you went into this photo shoot. Just want to bring Jamil back up. There you go. Okay. This one. Tell me about this one.
goodness. Yeah. There was a lot going on. I was like, how do I get into character? I believe we were, oh my goodness. Okay, that was another theme smooches model project that we did.
Mhm.
We had to portray, I believe, fashion back in the 1800s, I believe. Was it 1900s? Oh, goodness, I
Oh,
can't
really?
remember. Yeah, and if yeah, and you know how back then they used to wear like the very puffy, like Bridgerton. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
watched.
yeah.
So it was something similar where we had to, you know, kind of like put like a modern twist to it, as you can see. So I believe I represented France. I believe I was doing France. Yeah, I believe that was a France thing going on there.
With the little shorts there.
Oh yeah. So that was definitely different for me.
Yeah.
showing some little sheer.
It's sexy.
Yeah. And I believe with that photo, we the purpose of it was we did like a published calendar. So I think that picture actually was on a calendar as well. And we were published in the Smooches Women magazine. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go, girl. I love it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, this has been really, really cool, really fun. I've enjoyed hearing more about your journey and your career, and I'm just so excited to see what comes next. And if there's anything you can share with us, I would love for you to do that about what you have coming up next.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you so much for having me on this platform. It was my first podcast, so super excited. Yeah, like I never really get to share the story, so this is really amazing. So I'm very grateful. But upcoming projects, let me think. I do have some great collaborations coming up and with different photographers. So right now we're just kind of like in the, preparation, brainstorming stage of it right now. So I will be working with some magazines coming up too. So super excited about that. And another great project that I will be doing very soon is with the celebrity Lisa Ray.
Yay!
Yep. She's relaunching her PZI jeans, and I was selected as one of her winners.
Wow!
So,
congratulations!
Thank you. So I'm looking forward to working with her. Right now, we're still, because of everything that's happening right now.
Right.
We're still trying to figure out the next stage of it. Yeah.
That's exciting. Well, I'm so happy for you. And how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I am mainly I'm on all platforms, but I'm really like most of my stories and all of my recent work is all on Instagram. So you guys can follow me on Afisha_Arise, and it's AFISHA_ARISE.
Nice. And that means beautiful warrior, which is so perfect for you. I just love that.
Thank you.
Well, you'll definitely have to come back and join us again with an update on what you have going on.
All right. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to have
Thank
you.
you. We'll watch you.
You guys
We'll
are
be
wonderful.
watching you.
Thank you all for joining us. And until next time, happy Valentine's Day. Stay safe, stay blessed, and keep creating. Good night.